Everyone saw the dress. No one saw the funeral. They mocked what she wore, not realizing it was the last thing her father ever saw her in. Some people waste years without realizing it. She was given 1 year, buried in pain, pressure, and poverty. And she chose not to waste it. What she did with that year changed everything. Once upon a time, in a struggling neighborhood of Chicago, there lived a poor teenage girl named Emily. She was 16, quiet, thin, and carrying a sadness far heavier than her age. Emily owned only one decent dress. It was simple, faded, and carefully washed every night. She wore it to school because she had no other choice. One cold morning, she wore that same dress again. This time not to class, but to her father's funeral. She stood beside the coffin, hands trembling, surrounded by grief and debt. Her father had been her only support, her only safety. When he was gone, poverty didn't knock, it rushed in. And when Emily returned to school days later wearing the same dress, whispers followed her down the hallway. No one knew the dress wasn't fashion, it was survival. After her father's death, Emily's life collapsed quietly. Bills piled up. Food became uncertain. At night, while other teenagers slept, Emily worked cleaning offices and stocking shelves. Her eyes burned with exhaustion in class. Some students mocked her, calling her the funeral girl. Teachers noticed her grades slipping. More than once, Emily thought about quitting school entirely. She felt trapped between grief and responsibility, between needing rest and needing money. One night, while searching through her father's old belongings, she found a small worn journal. Inside were simple handwritten lines. Time is your greatest weapon. Use it wisely. Pain can either stop you or shape you, Emily cried, holding that journal. For the first time since his death, she didn't feel alone. If this emotional story is touching your heart and helping you learn English through powerful life lessons, subscribe to English Story Academy for emotional, interesting, and life-changing motivational stories. That night, Emily made a quiet decision. This year would not be wasted. She stopped seeing herself as a victim of circumstances and started seeing time as her only resource. She studied between shifts, read on buses, and wrote notes during lunch breaks. She ignored the laughter. She endured the exhaustion. Some days she cried alone. Other days she almost quit. But she remembered her father's words and kept going. Slowly, her grades improved. A counselor noticed her effort and helped her apply for support programs. Emily learned something powerful. Hard work doesn't erase pain, but it gives it direction. She wasn't just surviving anymore. She was building something. Years later, Emily stood in a quiet office, not cleaning it, but working in it. She had become a social worker, helping families facing the same pain she once lived through. On her desk sat her father's journal. The same girl who once owned only one dress now owned her future. She never forgot where she came from, but she refused to stay there. Emily didn't waste the year grief tried to steal from her. She used it, and in doing so, she turned loss into purpose and pain into strength. Moral of the story: time is more powerful than comfort. When you stop wasting it, even pain can become a path forward. If this story moved you, subscribe to English Story Academy for emotional, motivational stories that help you learn English and grow stronger every day.